Alright. And it's time to go. So, hello. Um, Today I'm going to speedrun all of the Chapter 1s from Octopath Traveler 2. I'm trying to beat all of them as quickly as possible within the 3-hour time limit of the demo. Yeah, there's not all that much to add, so I'm going to volume down a little bit and then get started. So I've already done this a couple of times before. I've done this twice off stream with friends, and then my best time from those two was 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 49 seconds. I did this again yesterday as another practice run, but it didn't go as well as I would have liked. So I'm doing it one more time to sort of get revenge and get under 2 hours recorded. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. I have a lot of fun with this game. So, here we go. Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
The fire in my breast shall
I want to say that this is not like a serious speedrun category. This is more of just, I think it's fun, so
all things in
splits open just because I think it's fun to look at and also to see just how long it takes me in different boss fights.
this place holds.
Two times battle speed, of course, because that makes things go by a lot faster. One thing you'll also notice whenever I fully boost things later is that I have the camera turned off. So whenever fully boosted, it just keeps the regular camera. That saves a lot of time. My first run of this was 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 19 seconds, and turning the dynamic camera off and just like kind of having one run where I knew what I was doing. That made things go by a lot faster, hence why I'm trying to beat 1 hour, 58 minutes, 49 seconds. Which I think is fully possible. I just got really unlucky whenever I was doing this yesterday, and I died to an unlucky critical during 2 different boss fights that I normally don't have a problem with. Hence why it wound up being over 2 hours, but I have faith that I'm going to be able to break my record and stay under 2 hours this time. Well, I mean, if I break the record, it'll obviously be under 2 hours. So we're starting with Oswald because he gets evasive maneuvers as his first support skill, and that's very important for the sake of using as little time as possible on the overworld. So this is very different from the speedrun of this type from Octopath Traveler 1, because back in Octopath Traveler 1, you would bring your characters from previous Chapter 1s into the subsequent boss fights, and, you know, there was obviously a lot to be done in terms of strategy there, with who was the best person to start with, what route should you follow to make the boss as simple as possible. But here, every character faces their Chapter 1 alone with any additional party members that they may get just happening to be there. So, the person that you start with mostly matters for the sake of traversing the overworld, and, you know, Oswald obviously has the best time in the overworld because of evasive maneuvers, and his magic can clear out enemy encounters fairly quickly. So yeah, Oswald has a lot of text to skip. Way more text to skip than just about any other character, so a lot of this is just kind of holding B and waiting.
Good to see you, confidant.
The inspectors.
So now we're going into the underground passage, which is our first dungeon, and this is going to lead into the first boss fight, which we will get to at around 7 minutes in. So the objective for this dungeon is to get the lightning bolt skill on Oswald as soon as possible, because it's very useful in the boss fight.
Do I have to?
Well done. Broken.
So the goal is just to get 30 JP, and then after that we'll get to the fight.
Study hard.
So there is a second thing that will happen along the way. That would be picking up a staff that increases Oswald's physical and magical attack a little bit. The magical attack is the most important part because magic is how he deals a lot of his damage. Staff is hitting right back here. And I'll be equipping that whenever I go into the menu to...
Do I have to?
Very
When I go into the
effective.
menu to pick up the lightning bolt skill.
Thinking time. All according to plan.
I've done a little bit of experimenting to see which skill is the fastest out of all of Oswald's skills that you can get, and lightning bolt's just the way I prefer to go. You could also get the magical augmentation skills that makes all of his spells proc twice. I find that takes a little bit more time and setup, so I just prefer to go with the simple route of getting lightning bolt. And just running around aimlessly is a valid strategy here because
Wait a minute.
Fire. All according to plan.
Do I have
Fire. Weak. I've seen worse methods.
okay, and there we go, 31. So now So I like to get a bunch of extra items here just because... Actually, no, first I'm going to go here. And I save just for my own sake. There's one difference between this game and Octopath Traveler 1, and it's that you cannot skip the cutscenes that lead into fights. Like, if there is an automatic fight that happens after a cutscene, you cannot skip that cutscene, you just have to button mash through it.
Damn.
So, normally in Octopath 1 you would just hold B and skip all of this, but now I have to obviously advance the text manually. And we're coming up on our first split, which will be the start of this boss fight. The reason that we learn Lightning Bolt here instead of magical augmentation is because every single enemy in this boss fight is weak to thunder magic. So you can break basically everybody on the field at once with lightning magic if you are playing your cards correctly, and I find that to be way more helpful than spells proccing twice, just because then you can minimize the damage taken, especially on a character like Oswald, who has
Out of my way.
so little
Thinking time. Found a
physical
weakness.
Also, I wouldn't take the splits over on the side there that are there right now very seriously, just because I didn't do a great job of remembering to hit the split button the first time I did this with the splits, because I was used to doing it without it. So
This one's for me.
Do I have to?
this is going to set things up so that everybody is broken at the same time on this next turn. It's very, very helpful.
Do I have
Just basic ability.
I will set things straight.
Ah, hello, Lynn. You're octoing up Oswald's path right now.
This wasn't in my calculation. Now then.
Hopefully one more break will get rid of the side guards.
Now then.
All mine.
I need a plan. Now then. Strike them down broken.
You got me. Happy? I'll slice you to bits. Stay on your feet, Professor.
Strike them down finished.
You got me. Happy? All right, wretches.
There's nothing I'll be able to do about this, so I'm just going to
This
instead
one's for me.
take this chance to focus on recovering HP and SP.
This
It would
one's
be
for me.
possible to break him if Emerald wasn't unconscious, but that's just kind of how it goes.
Thinking time.
That's that. Do I have to?
Feel my wrath fire. Burn. Thinking time.
Now that he's at 50% HP, whenever he gets broken, he's going to...
That's that.
We're going to go through the latent power tutorial.
Nope.
Since the latent power tutorials always happen. HP.
All mine. Stay on your feet, Professor. Here, Professor.
Thank you. Now then.
Miss me. All right, wretches.
And this...
Strike them down all according to plan.
Good one, Professor.
Thinking him. I will set things right. Strike them down.
Do I have That's that.
Right.
You got me. Happy?
This one's for me. I will fire. Finished. Study harder.
And that went very, very well. Getting out of that boss fight before the 12-minute mark is amazing. Honestly, the two hardest parts of this run, in my opinion, are the Oswald boss fight and the Particio boss fight. And conveniently enough, those are two of the three fights that actually require some degree of grinding for them. I'll talk about Particio more whenever we get there, but... Oh, got really unlucky with an encounter here.
Do I have to?
The rate to flee from encounters seems to be lower in this game than it was in the first game. So I just kind of don't want to bother with wasting time on potentially fleeing because it's probably not going to work anyway, so I'm just fighting my way through encounters. Also, this is for the purpose of getting Oswald as much JP as possible so that he can learn evasive maneuvers as quickly as possible. Pretty unlucky to get an encounter on that small stretch, but it is what it is, I guess. Yes, I can totally do that. Yesterday, whenever I streamed this, Lynn was counting the number of times I had to skip text, but she had to leave whenever we got to Casti, so...
Now then. Fire. Broken.
Good one, Professor.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything more. You just have, like, if you just start counting from Casti, then you'll just skip ugly stuff.
I've seen worse methods.
This is the only required fight of Oswald 2. Oswald 2 is very short, so... We're going to be done with that in no time, and then on the way to Throne.
Put up.
I'm just kind of going around in the circle starting from Oswald because that's nice and easy and convenient.
Alt. Wait. Other. Wait a minute.
This one's for me.
Do I have to?
Now then, pierce them. Wings of frost.
Good one, Professor.
Well, calculate fire. Study harder.
We're probably going to have enough JP to get evasive maneuvers after the fight that's required to pick up Throne in New Delsta, because that one gives out a lot more JP than you would expect. It gives out 39 JP, and that should be enough to get us over the edge. Throne segment is actually, in my opinion, the most frustrating. Not the worst part, nor is it the hardest. It's just frustrating because New Delsta's surrounding area is very open, and it's very obnoxious to have to traverse through that because it's so open. And there are very few indicators of where the right direction to go is. I've done this 3 times now, though, so hopefully that muscle memory will be enough to make this less of a pain than it needs to be. I can come back and do side quests another time. Right now,
Fire. All according to plan.
one thing that's really frustrating about
Fire.
the New Delsta area also is because it's slammed right in between the areas where you picked up Oswald and Temenos, which means you would expect the enemies here to be weak to staff. They are not. Very few of them are, as a matter of fact, which is incredibly frustrating. So we're starting off by coming over here to the dock, just so that we can tag it for later. And also so that we can fast travel over to Ochet later, because this is... I'm just gonna go on and tag the anchorage by traveling to Kurohaha and then fast traveling back.
Fire. How weak. I've seen worse methods.
You can technically do this whenever, I just think while I'm in the area I might as well go on and do it.
Let the experiment begin. I need a... Now then, all according to plan.
Fun fact about Ochet's starting area, actually,
Fire.
there's a really high-level dungeon that you can access within the demo that gives you a JP augmenter, which I'm probably going to be showing off after I hit time, just because I don't need it for the run, but I do want to show it off in case anybody is curious about picking it up. One thing I definitely like about this game a lot more than the first one is that grinding is so much easier thanks to the fact that you get skills that make it easier to get EXP, JP, and money way earlier on, because previously those were post items, but now they're actually things that you can get whenever you need to grind. And also, it seems like the need for grinding has been greatly reduced too, just because the Chapter 2 area seems to be level 16 rather than level 21 at the lowest. Also, very unfortunate that encounter took us up to 99 JP, which is one short of the 100 we need. But it's okay, because this is going to wrap that off.
Out of my way. Found a weakness. Pierce them. Wings of frost. Now then. Pierce them. Wings of frost. I've gained valuable insight.
Yep, there we go. Over the edge to get to the JP that we need, which is going to be the first thing we do after completing Journey's Chapter 1. Well, that is not what I meant to do. Shout out to Drift, my least favorite thing. I don't know where the tavern is in this town. Is it? This is unfortunate, but
Not again.
hopefully it won't be
Not this
too much of
every
an
time.
irritation later on. There are a lot of scripted fights in the early segments of Chrono, so it's time to button mash a lot.
Rats.
I just realized I forgot to change the name of the splits. I was kind of thinking about giving them all funny names, and Hero's segment was going to be called Manic Pixie Dream Italian.
Cleaning time.
Come on.
My turn. Afraid of the dark.
Manic Pixie Dream Italian, exactly.
No vermin's gonna stand in my way.
Ready?
Come on, let's be calm.
My afraid of the dark. And so it goes.
You're not all that likely to get an encounter in those parts, which is, I think, why the battle music is
Wait.
just the ominous sewer music.
Good.
Nice. Time.
Hold. We are.
Yeah. Have you?
You. Right.
He's right.
Ready?
That's only the taxes, that's right.
Come on, let's go. Be calm.
Ready? Afraid of the dark. Next.
Be calm.
What to do?
I'm not dead.
Cleaning. Afraid of the dark. I take what I want.
Whew.
playing on a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and every once in a while that has interesting implications, such as the controller drifting and saying I shouldn't listen to Throne A Story, even though that is what the point of this is. I know that it's possible to pick up all 8 characters in the 3 hours, but I'm also trying to give a guide for anybody who wants to beat all chapter 1 in the 3 hours, because not only is it possible, but you have a lot of time to grind afterwards if you're trying to get ready for the full game, which is exactly what I'm doing. And to fill the hole in my heart with the fact that the full game isn't out yet, I have been doing this run a lot. Hence the fact that this is the 4th time that I've done it in the span of a week.
I must. My nap. I was summoned by Lord.
I'm very bad at setting up a placement for this, so I'm going slow.
Good night. Let's play. Ready? Cleaning time. What? Playtime. Oh, afraid of the dark. All tidied up.
With Throne A, it's actually not all that important that you're at, like, a particular level. Just because you can beat this boss fairly easily with her basic skill set as opposed to Oswald, where it's a lot easier if you get another skill.
Time to clean up the filth. Cleaning time. Afraid of the dark. Weakness. Ready? Afraid of the dark. I take what I want.
This fight, I normally do pretty okay on it, except last time I did this, I got hit by a really unlucky critical and went from 130 HP to dead. So, I'm picking up a couple of extra healing items just to make sure that I can get through it, and I'm going to play as conservatively as I have to, because I can do this fight reliably in like 3-4 minutes. I just need to not die during it. Which is why it's the longest boss fight split on here, aside from Ritsu, who is the other one that I died to. Last run, I got really, really unlucky. And getting reduced from 130 HP to 0 in a single action happened twice. Killed by the 2 gay bosses. Messed up. Yeah, it really is. Manic Pixie Dream Italian. This is one of the longer cutscenes before a boss fight, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Partitios is easily the longest, but this one is a lot better paced.
Is your hero? My turn.
Oh, he is weak to sword. My bad.
Ready? What to do?
Well, I shan't speak for Tweedledee and Tweedlebear. Oh, that's messed up. I mean,
My turn.
you're kinda right. We don't know what they have going on.
Not bad. I'll take this. Ready? My hero. Afraid of the dark.
You really are the best in the nest.
Ready?
You're finished.
What to do? My turn.
Kill me.
I'll take this. Ready? What to do?
This is far enough,
My turn.
There's nothing I can
I'll
do to
take
change
this.
this, so I'm just going to do that.
Ready? Eat this!
It ends here and now.
Oh, and that's going to be a death. Or maybe not.
Not bad. I'll take this.
Thank you for having mercy on me.
What? My turn. But I won't afraid of the dark.
Take this.
Cleaning time.
You're finished.
What to do? Cleaning time. I'll take this.
I'm really not in the mood to die to this fight.
You're finished.
My turn.
Take this. This is far enough,
I really hate it when this happens where, like, there's literally nothing I can do to fix it.
Not as hero. Afraid of the dark is next.
Right, I didn't even need to activate
And
the
so
turn.
it goes.
Wow. Yep. Saving a whole 5 minutes by not dying to that fight. That is unsurprising. I'm honestly... This might be a little bit of a vain hope, but I am hoping that perhaps I might get lucky enough to get sub 150. Yeah. This one's kind of confusing because you have to go to Clock Bank in order to go to there's the starting area. And then after this fight, I am going to equip the basic maneuvers, and that'll be that.
Fire. Burn. I need a...
Cleaning time. There! All tidied up.
And there's that. There are so many different areas that you can go to from New Delsta.
My turn.
Kind of frustrating.
What to do?
Just because there are so many different options on the map and only one of them is the right one. It is what it is though, and I mean, I've done this enough to know where I'm going.
I've seen
I guess
worse
all that matters.
maps.
I want to say as we get ready to go to Temenos though, I'm actually not entirely sure where the split was supposed to be for Temenos because I forgot to hit it until the end of the Felbark boss fight. So I just kind of randomly, I was like, 45 minutes seems close enough. And set it there.
Cleaning time. Eat this!
Fire.
And as you can see, Oswald just kind of chews through all these
Study
encounters.
harder.
Which is another great reason to start.
Show yourself, cleric.
And speaking of gay people,
What to do?
Found a weakness.
Cleaning time.
Fire. Burn.
My turn.
me to how weak. I've gained valuable insight.
That guy gives a lot less JP than the Throne encounter, or especially the Hikari encounter. I'm actually going to hit the right button this time. This fight is just kind of the cornerstone of how strange Temenos' first chapter is. It's mostly this opening that's weird, but it caught me very off guard the first time I played it. I think everybody can agree on that one. Here, very important thing, don't use the blessing of the gods because you want to die as soon as possible, and that will slow down your dying.
You will atone for sins.
Because it's a full augment of all stats, and that slows down your dying.
Flames, and you will atone for sins. I fight in me, my fellow gods, that have to illuminate the shadow.
And Temenos is a goofy loser. Speaking of goofy losers, Crick. I've done this every other time I've run this, and even though nobody here has seen that aside from Lynn, who is in the chat, insert Roland Glenbrook joke here, because they share a voice actor, and I don't know, Roland deserves it. That cutscene, I think, resets your step counter for getting random encounters, so if you can get that far, then you're probably not going to get anything for the rest of the way. Or at least you'll only get one, speaking of.
Oh dear, take that! To battle!
Hopefully Crick doesn't also take extra damage from lances. That's a good point, actually. And I know that this guy is weak to light, not staff.
Oh dear. Holy light, illuminate the darkness. Where was I? Holy light, illuminate the darkness. Ha!
So our goal in this dungeon is level 4 because that means that he survives easier against this boss fight. Light Soulstone for later.
Stand back, Temenos. To battle! To work. Well done. Oh dear. Well done.
To repent. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness. Fighting is not what I do.
And Temenos can also get an extra weapon, and it's just hiding back here. So we're going to equip that before we go into this boss fight. I need one more encounter to top him up to level 4, because it makes the fight go by a lot faster.
I shan't back down. To battle!
Very well. Take that!
That was not what I meant. Pilgrim Rod is such a terrible name for a weapon. Yeah, just a little bit.
My honor as a knight!
Very well.
Well done!
I won't back down. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness. Fighting is not what I do.
You know, when I was thinking of coming up with funny names for all the splits, I was thinking, how do I make a joke about the Sherlock TV show and Temenos' Mind Palace whenever I've never seen Sherlock the TV show?
To battle, Crick.
To battle!
That all? Very well. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness. Where was I? Holy light. Illuminate the darkness.
To battle!
We're actually gonna get a lot of good damage in right here because Moonlight Judgment's still out too.
To battle! My honor as a knight! I'll clean you in place!
To work.
And then just as long as I'm here.
You're welcome.
Really bad.
A new beginning.
To battle!
Well, to work. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness. Oh dear. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness.
Temenos! No! Have that!
I'll take this. Here. Holy light. Illuminate the darkness.
My honor as a knight! I'll clean you in place!
Where was I? Holy light. Illuminate the darkness.
To battle!
Oh dear. Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Say your now die.
Well done! My honor as a knight! I'll clean you in place!
And hopefully this turn will be the end of it, but I'm not entirely sure.
Holy light.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, goodness. What a tantrum that was.
we're still massively ahead of time. Welcome to Temenos' Mind Palace, everyone. I feel like there's a joke to be made about Temenos, about that one Tumblr post that's like, he's not a bad person, he just goes into a dissociative state and commits atrocities, except it's he goes into a dissociative traits and a dissociative references Sherlock, which could be considered an atrocity depending on your viewpoints, but...
Why did you feel the need?
Goodbye, Crick, I cannot wait to see you again.
The sacred...
I always get messed up on this area in particular for no reason. Oh yeah, Ochet's area is where you can find that extra...
Oh dear.
Now then.
Where you can find that extra KP augmenting item.
Brilliant, Professor.
And I'm very much so looking forward to showing it off, probably at the very end.
I've gained valuable insight.
And then... They definitely nerfed the Scholar class in this game, just because all of the spells, like the AoE spells, cost a lot more now than they used to. So you kind of have to keep feeding Oswald SP just because of the early state in the game we're at right now, but it's okay. Gets you through encounters pretty fast anyway. Canonical Ochechide. This is just a matter of preference. I like Mahina. Scholar arc is over, it's time for Hot Apothecary Summer. It will be time for Hot Apothecary Summer as soon as we finish up Ochet's story. Which hopefully shouldn't be too long. I'm hoping to have it done before the 1 hour mark just because we're already like 4.5 minutes out of schedule. I really like the music in Total Haha. I say that every single time I come here, but I always am thinking it.
Here we go! Mahina! Sorry. My prey away. Mahina! Right. Come on then. Ow! tasty stuff. Ready to be prey? Here we go. My prey awake. Time to finish this. Mahina! All right. I'm hungry. Hunt or be
Oh wow, that's a
hunted.
really early encounter.
Here we go. Test now.
Wow, okay.
Let's go. You got it. Here we go. Time to finish this. Let's Mahina. My grip. All right.
Here we go.
Here, have some jerky.
Now we have a scripted encounter on the other side of the waterfall.
Here we go. Now. Let's Thunderbirdy. I'm hungry. What the?
Oh wow, yeah, we are going to be very far ahead on this one.
What?
Be gone. So. Could it...
No.
Probably going to be about 6 minutes ahead by the end of the split.
What?
Probably closer to 6.5.
Come on. Come on then. Here we go.
6:51, wow.
Sorry.
So, win condition for this fight.
Let's go.
Just get Octopath latent power and then it's over.
My protect.
Healing
Here we
turn.
go. That's the stuff.
Also, I'm just ignoring the ads during this fight. Like, they can do whatever they want, it doesn't matter to me.
Here. Thunderbirdy.
Because they usually get eaten by the boss anyway, so...
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Right. That's the
we start the grind for Lady Power.
Right.
And also just try not to get too annoyed by that noise.
Here we go.
This is going to be healing turn, I think. Yeah.
This is bad. That's the stuff.
There's one of them.
Right. Ha! We just finished this. Let's hit! Fight me! Thunderbirdies! My prey awaits.
Once this thing gets broken right before it goes to Lady Power, it's pretty much over. This is bad, though. I really hope it chooses to consume this turn. There, we're good.
Ouch! That's the stuff. My truck. Now! Let's go. Huh? Hey, fight me! Right. Yes.
Like it's really close
Let's
to
go.
dying.
My brick.
This break is going to
Let's
hit.
go. Now. Hey, fight me, Thunderbirdies! All right. Now let's grab some food.
And next up is Casti. This is my favorite part of the run, just because I love fighting Doron and Veron, or as my friends and I have come to call them, Tweedledee and Tweedlebear. Going to Canal Brine.
Thank
I am so excited to see what Casti's story is about. I keep thinking about it.
you. Have the power.
I need to know.
I hear waves. Thank. Thank.
Also, Lynn, it'll be time to start counting skips once Casti's story is over.
Looks like something. Step 1.
The way she says goodnight is so ominous. It always catches me off guard. Casti, I need to know what your horrors are. Tell me what your horrors are.
good. Here I go. This'll cool. My journey will not end here. These. Nope.
I love the little boats. So charming.
Are you my next patient? Well now. This'll cool its has to be done. I know no cure for evil.
I think it's so funny when she says things like, I know no cure for evil, and she literally just fought a crab. I really like this fight because you can beat it pretty easily regardless of what level you're at. I have a very easy strat for it and it works very well. Yep, there they are. The monstrosities.
So you're quiet down.
Ooh, gold split. Nice.
Well now. Huh. What to do?
For Japanese is, if I recall correctly, there's no medicine that can help bad children, which is somehow twice as condescending. Yeah, that is twice as condescending.
Unwell. A pinch of this. What to do? Well, these hands. This'll cool. Here I go. Curses. My turn.
This is a healing turn.
I require this. I am unwell. No mercy, only pain. This'll cool.
This will be a healing turn.
At this rate. Time for your medicine. Well now. Huh. Here I go.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
What to do? What to do? This. Mike, these hands. This'll cool its Hold it together. A pinch of this. helping hand. Naughty deeds and bitter medicine. I'll purge this.
Oh yeah, there was... I know there was a gold chest along the way that would have technically given, like, a boost to...
What to do, what to do.
It would have technically given a boost to,
Time for your medicine.
Casty Strength, except it's not really all that necessary because most of the damage from here is coming from magic.
A pinch of this.
Next turn it breaks.
Well, I have a talent for making do. This
Casty's latent power gauge fills up way faster than most other people's, which is much appreciated in this fight, I have to say.
hold it together. Naughty deeds, bitterness.
There we go.
Forgive me. Don't think badly of me.
And still about 6.5 minutes out of schedule. Things that scared the shit out of me the first time I played this game. The glitch effect. Oh boy, I'm really excited to see Malaya again too, though I suppose we actually will be seeing her within the next, like, 20 minutes.
Any ache?
Just not in a way that gives information about Casty.
Let's play.
Where was I? Holy light, illuminate the darkness.
Cleaning time.
There! Right! Now!
Not a great encounter, I have to say, but
Cleaning time.
Oh dear, repent! Holy light, illuminate the darkness.
there we go.
Oh, goodness, what a tantrum that was.
My turn.
Right!
Very well, take that!
What to do?
Let's go!
Pierce them. Rays of frost.
Holy light, illuminate the darkness. Oh dear.
But I will hold back. Afraid of the dark.
Here! Thunderbirdies! All right! I'm hungry.
Okay, there we go. Yukari's story is definitely the one that I'm looking forward to the most out of all of them. Along with Casty's, I'm so excited to see where this goes. And this fight's a fairly simple one.
What to do?
Like all of these sort of story starters, it's
Perfect, Throne.
pretty easy.
Oh dear.
Just a matter of actually doing it.
Right.
Excellent. Fire. Finished. I've seen worse methods.
Good. It seems.
Nope, time to start counting skips again. I hope that you started counting skips already, Lynn. I forgot to say it again.
Don't. What? Here I. It's my turn.
I'm glad to hear that you're on the ball.
Now it.
I forgot.
Forward, Ritsu.
I feel so bad for Hikari though, because he's like, he's cursed by the narrative, and the world hates him just because he's nice.
Are you?
Also, I want to know what Raime's deal is. I hope that we see her again. I feel like we have to.
Prepare yourself.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's my turn.
What's our plan of attack? My spears go right through!
Now, how's this? Watch me now. Stay down.
Now,
It's the future hinges on this battle. It's my turn.
What's our plan of attack? There!
Prepare yourself. Now it... Allow me. Here I come. Stay down. My... How's this?
The heavens stir! My spears go right through!
Here we go.
For the glory of Clan Ney.
This next segment is going to be where
It's
we
over.
gain even more time off of the previous one, just because I am determined to not die in the read this time. My main problem also was just that I didn't make a save right before the fight because I was so confident that I could win it. And then I wound up regretting that because my most recent save was an auto-save all the way back at the start of the path to the...
My turn.
at the start of the, like, desert path?
Now it begins. Not this time. Here I come.
But I'm not going to make either one of those mistakes again.
There's no need for flattery. It'll rust on the soul.
By the...
Lord Hikari.
For Hikari, his first attempt
I should like to know what's going on.
went incredibly poorly, and he bribed somebody to walk straight into a trap. Like I said before, he's just kind of cursed by the narrative. This next area is one of my least favorite to navigate through just because it's so wide open. Just desert.
I shall be your opponent. Here I come. Allow me
The hope is to get him up to level 5
for
so
the
that he can
pride
get
of
a
the coup.
full heal before this fight. We'll have to see.
I'll do what I must. Here I come.
This is the way it goes.
My turn. Prepare your now I'll end.
I like how it's just rolling a skull around.
There's
I've never
no
seen
need
that
for
monster
flattery.
before, and I think it's
Rest on soul.
very interesting how it's just rolling a skull around. Also going to come back. 5 healing grapes. And then
There. Nice. If the room is in just you it the
this cutscene's also pretty long, but it feels really fast just because of what's happening in it. There's so much.
I'm s- when
I have to wonder what's going to happen with Ritsu later on, just because he's not dead after this chapter, so he could come back at some point. And I have no idea what they're going to do with him whenever he does come back, because there's no way he's just going to disappear and never come back again.
here I come.
I have pretty good strategy for this one too. Ironically, the most dangerous part of this fight is whenever Ritsu's alone.
Now it begins. My turn.
This next turn will be a heal, and then break one of the little soldiers and get rid of him. Because this first part is just kind of stalling for JP. Not JP, PP.
I need this. Prepare yourself. My out of my way, Ritsu. My speed does not err. Here I come. I need this. Prepare yourself. Now it begins. Out of my way, Ritsu. My speed does not err. My turn. Look well. Now it begins.
I'm just gonna take this as a first heal.
Here I come. I need this. Prepare yourself. My turn. It's over. Prepare yourself. Out of my way, Ritsu. My speed does not err. Look well.
And there's no way I can break him, so I'm just
I need
heal
this.
up and restore SP.
Prepare yourself. I need this. Now I got my place. My turn.
So just like with the chat, it's like,
Prepare
as soon as I
yourself.
can get Hikari up with this latent power, that's kind of just the end of the fight.
Look well. Now, I'm sorry. Out of my way. What is this? Next.
Yep,
I still have much
50
to
HP, 50% HP, all the way down to none. And that's it. Now we're up 11 minutes and 17 seconds because last time I died to that fight because of an unlucky critical. Now, massive time save. Massive, massive time save. Now the only real hurdle between us and the end of this is the GIF fight. And I can talk about it more whenever we get closer, but GIF is obnoxious just because your best chance of surviving it is by grinding Partitia up to level 5. Like, for once, it's not a matter of getting JP and learning a skill before the fight. It is a matter of making sure that Partitio has high enough HP that he doesn't need to be constantly resting the entire fight, because that's where the issue comes from. Because you need to play the long defensive game, and you can't do that if you can't deal enough damage at the same time as needing to. Like, if you can't deal enough damage while also defending yourself, then the fight drags on a lot longer than it needs to, which is why I like to get him to level 5 first. And then Agnia, which will be the last character, has two options. Either get her up to level 5, or give her 30 JP, whichever one comes first. Because at 30 JP she can learn Sweeping Gale, and that makes the door-to-door fight go by a lot faster, or at level 5, she has much better survivability, and she can just use Ruinous Kick the entire time. If you don't happen to have 30 JP by the time that she reaches level 5. Whichever happens first, it's fine either way. I've done both, and both of them work, but Agni is very squishy, so you need to get her at least a little bit of HP so that she's not dying all the time, much like with Partitio. It's not quite as grave, though, because... It's not quite as grave, though, just because the door-to-door starts the fight alone instead of starting the fight with 2 adds. Give me your dubious silver nuggets.
Hey there, Partition.
Hey there, Pops. I sold
And then because Partitio needs to be up to level 5 before his boss fight, I'm just going to do 2 encounters right here because I tend to get a really good second encounter in this area, which makes my life a lot easier. So I'm just run around aimlessly before I reach this fight.
I'm just kidding.
Because this first encounter is always the same, and it gets up to level 2, and then the second one usually is a lot better.
All in a day's work. Let's have ourselves a showdown.
This one's not great. It's fine.
Bring arrow of fortune.
It splits up the grinding a little bit, though.
Time to divvy
I
up
will
the
take
earnings.
that. Level 3. Oh, there's Joe. Joe.
Take. You. Chip. Clap.
Truck.
I didn't come up with a funny split name for the GIF fight, but I feel like there's definitely a joke you can make about GIF versus GIF. For the record, it's GIF. I am always correct, and the answer is that it's GIF.
That's our boss.
It's pronounced GIF, not GIF.
Howdy
No.
there, friend.
It's
Here goes.
actually GIF because I said it.
I'm arrow of fortune. Yeehaw!
The JP is GIF. Okay, I couldn't tell if you were talking about, like, the GIF versus GIF argument in terms of
All in a day's
little
work.
animated videos, or if you were talking about the character. Either way, GIF.
Ha! Not so tough.
I can't wait to beat the living snot out of Rock eventually, too. That's gonna be fun. And now we get our Malaya jump scare. I have no idea what she's doing in this town, but she's wearing blue, so I can only assume that it takes place before Casti's Chapter 1.
Thanks.
I hate having to interact at the table in this part because I can never get it right. It's... She poisoned Pap. No! Malaya, please don't be evil. I want to understand you. And this is going to be used up by healing grapes for this upcoming fight.
Let's have ourselves a showdown. Bring it on. I'm just arrow of fortune. Maybe next time.
It's very unfortunate that Articio doesn't need any JP for this fight. It's just a matter of his XP, because Arrow of Fortune makes it so easy to get JP. Like, out of the 3 characters that you need to grind for, he's the only one that doesn't need JP, and it really sucks.
Arrow of fortune. All in a day's work.
Nothing wrong with Yuri that's a little evil. That's a good point. Gosh, the game comes out a week from now, and I need it right now. This instant right now.
Let's have ourselves a showdown. Here goes.
This is a bow guy. And this will hopefully be the last encounter we need to get.
I'm just getting. Arrow of fortune. Maybe next time.
And level 5. Good enough. And here's the longest Pre-boss fight dialogue.
Huh? Here. Yep. Treat. We've. Yeah. Hey.
There's the electric guitar.
Yeah. It's. Let's tussle, Giff. Here goes.
And this is another one to start off by sort of grinding for BP. Or to shuffle around and don't exactly break anybody, but I'm close.
Here goes. Take this.
This next turn will be a heal.
I'm just getting warmed up. Don't mind if I
Then, after that, it'll be time to break the first enemy.
bring it on. Not bad.
Very unfortunate that I got flustered, except it's not going to matter in the end because that guy still takes 2 breaks to kill.
Here goes. Hoo boy. I'm just getting warmed up. Don't mind if I do. Good effort. Bring it. Take ours back. Darn. Yeah. Arrow of fortune.
And there's that.
Here goes. I'm just getting warmed up. Hoo boy.
Next turn, we break the other guy. I'm with a fully this Arrow of Fortune.
Yeehaw! Take this. Good effort.
And then shuffle around until we have enough BP to actually.
Not bad. Yeehaw! Hoo boy.
That should be good.
I'm just getting
Because
Good effort.
10 HP.
Bring Arrow of fortune.
Or maybe not.
I'm just getting warm. Take this. Arrow of fortune. I'm just getting warmed up. Hoo boy.
And waiting until we. Or maybe not.
Here goes. Bring it up. Take this. Yeehaw! Hoo boy. Bring it on. I'll pound you into lemonade. Here goes. Yeah. Arrow of fortune.
And bam, I'm pretty sure that's my best gift
Time
fight.
to divvy up the earnings.
At the very least, it was a pretty good one, even if I kind of fumbled in the first half. Yeah, not the best, but still pretty good. Now we are on to the last leg of the journey.
I'm looking for...
Off to get to Agnia and to fight the Door. Once again, this is another area that has a lot of different ways to go.
Time to clean up.
Really hoping I would be able to get all the way.
Ready?
My prey, oh, ha! Time to finish this!
Very well.
Thinking.
Let's... Yes! Ha-ha!
I'm fire.
Holy light, illuminate the darkness.
And
May the
that's the
sacred
last
flames
encounter.
guide you.
Will we reach
Something
Octopath?
like that.
And the rest of it is just Agnia gaming. Do you think gods are okay with melting squirrels with holy lasers? That's a good question. I have no idea.
So I'm...
I think it's okay to use the money laser on. I mean, it's not like we have the money laser yet because Particio hasn't even learned a single skill, but like, hypothetically, I think it would be okay to use the money laser on squirrels.
Mama was a... Alright.
Oh, this happens a lot. Oh.
Do I?
Time.
Leave the shop to me. You all right, Agnia?
I need to kind of run around to do some grinding for this segment anyway, so...
May I have this dance? Time to... Oh no!
Do I? Yeah. And another.
Forgive me. I did it. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, 16. JP right now. So it's looking like it's going to be a level 5 sort of run. Either way, I need more units.
This ain't good. Do I have?
No! It's my turn.
Leave the shop to me. A tavern keep's gotta be strong.
One more fight should get us both level 5 and enough JP, actually. I'm hoping. Unless it's like the lowest level encounter,
I wanna go home.
which it is not.
Do I have to?
It's my turn now. Time to
Leave the shop to me.
time to shine. Forgive me.
You all right, Agnia?
Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a sub 150 run. That's very good.
No. If we... But I...
Come.
I think Agni's battle lead up is definitely my favorite. It's really, really good.
Let's go, Gus.
And now for the final split.
Now then.
Do I have to?
It's my turn. Now then. Lion dance.
On my own, leave the shop to me.
Time I can protect the best whirlwind glow. I'll use this. Time to shine.
I should have expected as much. This should do the trick. On my honor as a leave the shop to me.
Time to shine.
I have never seen him do that one before.
Don't give up.
That's definitely new. In a bad way. Awesome.
Thank you.
We did it.
All that's left is a couple more cutscene skips, and then this entreat. It's gonna be a sub 150. I'm super excited about that.
Morning, Paula. I'm a great dancer.
Oh boy, baby. That's it. 158.35. Actually, you know. Yep. Final skip count of 183. Yep, that sounds about right. Wow. This is fantastic. Massive, massive time save compared to last time, too. Because I didn't die to 2 bosses this time. But still, over 10 minutes of improvement from personal best. That is amazing. Wow. Alright, so I'm going to go on and end things here. This is going up on YouTube. Eventually. Probably later tonight. So, yay! Thank you, Lynn, for coming, and Octopath Traveler 2 in a week. I'm so excited. Hell yeah, everybody.